Good evening, class. It's beautiful today, right? I'm so glad to be here with you. I have usually class where I live in now in southern part of Thailand. And the name of monastery is Wakons Nam Chai. They're really amazing. So I usually teach Pali and English. I usually say that wherever I am, we are universal siblings. Universal siblings in our world. Within us, we have already universal gorgeous qualities. What is it? All of you know that, right? Such as loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity. In Bali, metta, karuna, mudita, ubeka. The last one is high level. But anyway, we can gain by means of unification of consciousness. So, wherever I am, I usually say that, we are universal siblings because of these wholesome qualities of the mind. Based on human effort, human power. What the Buddha taught is scientifically, technically, systematically, canonically, it will not be conflict with any tradition, any belief, religious or, for the matter, scientific. Whatever I teach, I'm sharing my knowledge of Dharma. I usually say that it's not trying to say you anything, especially not any belief system, ideology. Scientifically, technically, just based on people. So the Buddha made his teaching as universal message based on human effort. The experiential emphasis on the human effort, on our own capacity to liberate ourselves. It is a one's own way in one's own life. All of you know that in Pali. How do you say? Ekayano? Mako. It is one's own way in one's own life. Here, one of my favorite translations in Pali, Breda, in Buddhist country, usually familiar with it. This book is translated by Sayadaw Usilananda Biwansa, rector in Yangon, Myanmar, and who passed away in America, San Francisco. He's a famous one, taken around the world. His dispensation of the Buddha. He's a scholar monk. He's nowhere, Pali, English, Sanskrit. That's why I choose this book, translation. But today, what I'm going to discuss or sharing my knowledge of suttas, Mangala Sutta. There's a big suttas. To be honest, I'm not yet done to read about it. big suttas, and pretty much beneficial. In America, some of you know that. The famous one, Buddhist monk, Bhikkhu Bodhi. Sanskrit, Bhikshu Bodhi, right? Bhikshu Bodhi. In Thai, Pasatthai, Bhikshu Bodhi, similar to it. So because came from, right? Thai language came from Sanskrit. Bhikshu Bodhi, Bhikshu Bodhi, or Bhikkhu Bodhi. Since 2009 up to now, we are dealing with ecological system, ecology, global climate change in Buddhist perspective. I love it so much. And the cooperation is mostly Harvard University. You know that the famous one in America, right? The famous one, the famous university, the Divinity School, mostly medical doctors cooperate. They love it so much. So we are going to discuss step by step. First of all, I would like to thank all of you because I have a great opportunity to share my knowledge of Dharma. Really amazing. I love people. People are precious. And also the gratitude of people. Pretty much beneficial in our world. In our world. We cannot describe it as a word. We need to always appreciate the nature of human, the honesty of human effort. So first of all, let's start saying Modasa 3 times. Because you can say along with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the worthy one, the fully self-enlightened one. Homage to the Blessed One, the worthy one, the fully self-enlightened one. Homage to the Blessed One, the worthy one, the fully self-enlightened one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, I would like you to know that to realize what the Buddha taught by yourself in your present-day life, you should have the 5 steps of contemplation. Whenever you read about the Buddha's teaching, you need to take notes as you read and nurture the 5 steps of contemplation. Listening to the Dhamma, retain in mind what was heard. Repeat the teaching verbally. In Thailand, right? The famous chanting. I love it so much. Any kinds of chanting. What I'm saying is chanting at this point. Repeat verbally the teachings. Even a kid. all around country. I noticed that because where I live in now is a Wei city. It's already international school, international university. So this point I'm talking about is already in Thailand. Really amazing. I love it so much. Pretty much beneficial. Repeat verbally the teaching. Examine the teaching with the mind, beneficial or not. What we are learning about, what we are discussing about is beneficial or not. Examine the teaching with the mind. This point is mostly in the West education. Much better. I love it so much in the West education system. Brainstorming. Like a Kalamasa. And the last one, number 5. Penetrate well within sight. All of these 5 steps, needless to say, the last one is the most important point for your own liberation. A kind of Buddhist unique practice. Here, International Meditation Center. This point, the most important point. All of you, all of us, need to do it. According to my research, in Pali language, which is called original Buddhist language, especially in India. And also, the Pali, so what is Pali? Pali is actually, according to linguistic system, Indo-European language. That's why we can use Roman letter, Italian language, R, A, E, O, U, or Spanish, the same. I really appreciate for those who can speak English. It's good to study about Pali language. So any suttas in the Pitakas, not only these 11 suttas, any kinds of suttas. All of you know that there are 3 kinds of Pitakas. Tripitaka or Tipitaka. Tripitaka Sanskrit, Tipitaka Pali. The 3 classification of the Buddhist teaching. Vinaya refers to sila, morality, according to pedagogical techniques of monastic education. We can make a classification. Vinaya refers to sila, morality, moral purity. The 20 in a higher morality. Sutta refers to samadhi. The 20 in higher concentration. Really important. Abhidhamma refers to the 20 in higher wisdom and knowing, which is also a seeing, simultaneously not only knowing because of samadhi. You can see the water with the physical eye. But we cannot see inside, what's in it? Inside the water. H2O. So Abhidhamma is like a love language. Sutta is multiple points, so subjects. Like a social science or medical science together. If we can see H2O, what we need to do? We need to go into lab room. And also, if we can see what we are, what's happening in the mind and body as it really is, what we need to do? We need to get into serenity meditation. By means of accumulating or some unification or consciousness. In Americas, mostly 20%. Universe's gorgeous qualities grow in apps. You can't wait to see within 1 decade, especially in America and Europe. What I mean is protecting oneself, one protects others. What you're doing now? In studying Buddhism, Buddha's teaching, the most important point is this point. What we are knowing is, what kind of knowing? We need to know, definitely, systematically, and clearly. And usually say that Pramata Satya, in Thai language, Ontam. Ontam. What is implied? What is implied? What we are doing, so what is implied? What for? Samadhi Satya is already, I noticed that in our war nowadays, there are 20,000 languages in our war. That is Samadhi Satya, conventional reality, mentally constructed, mental construction in any language. I'm really interested in studying it by myself. Mostly, I met you from Turkey, so both sides. It's just interested. Turkey. So half by half, right? Europe and Asia. So what I mean is, I'm crazy about philological perspective, philologies, science of language. In our world, 20,000, over 20,000, at least 20,000 languages. I noticed that when I was in Europe, some people are polyglot who can speak at least 5 languages. I noticed that Latin, Italian, Spanish, it's a kind of Pali language. This Pali is the same family of European language. Regarding this point, it is pretty much beneficial to approach a study or teaching in the Buddha Sasana. That is the position of the Buddha. Now what we chant is Pali, Indo-European language. whenever we chant any sutta, firstly, we notice that conventional reality, samuti sacha, samut, Thasa Thai, samut. In any language, in Pali, samuti sacha, conventional reality concept, a simple concept to communicate each other, one another, what we're seeing, what we're talking about. Both are realities, ultimate realities and conventional realities, taking energy. Whenever we talk about taking energy, we have to notice that according to Buddhist way, we need to appreciate that energy. That's why the Buddha said that. Right speech, right? We can see that in this sutta we are going to discuss. So first of all, much better chant, recite, looking at this sutta, 11 suttas, but especially main subject, Mangala Sutta. Page number 10. Page number 10. Okay, we are going to chant together Mangala Sutta in Pali language together, right? Yam Mangalam Dwadasahi Jain Tayesu Sadevaka Suttanam Nadi Gachandi Atade Sancha Mangalam Desidam Dewa Devena Sabba Baba Vinasanam Sabba Loka Hidataya Mangalam Dambanamahe Evam Mesudam Ekam Samayam Bhagava Savatiyam Viharadi Chedawane Anata Bendigasa Arame Athako Inyatara Devada Abhigandaya Radiya Abhiganda Wana Kevala Kabam Chedawanam Obasiddawam Yena Bhagava Tenupasankami Upasankamidawa Bhagavandam Abhivadidawa Egamandam Atasi Egamandam Tidako Sadewada Bhagavandam Kataya Ajabasi Bahudeva Manosacha Mangalani Ajindayom Agankha Mana Suttanam Brohi Mangala Modamam Asevanacha Balanam Panditananja Sevana Pujaja Pujaniyanam Edam Mangala Modamam Padiruba Desa Wasoja Bobeja Kata Ponyata Ada Sama Panidija Edam Mangala Modamam Bahosa Janja Say Panja Vinayoja Susei Kido Subhasita Jaya Vaja Edam Mangala Modamam Mata Pitu Ubatana Buddha Darasa Sangaho Anakula Chakamanda Edam Mangala Modamam Dhananja Dhammachariyaja Nyadagananja Sangaho Anawajani Kamani Edam Mangala Modamam Aradi Viradi Papa Maja Panaja Sayamo Abama Doja Dhamesu Edam Mangala Modamam Karawoja Niwadoja Sandotija Kadenyuta Galle Dhammasavanam Edam Mangala Modamam Khandija Sawa Satja Samanananja Dasanam Galle Dhammasagacha Edam Mangala Modamam Taboja Brahmachariyanja Ariya Sajana Dasanam Nibbana Sachikriyaja Edam Mangala Modamam Bodhasa Loka Dhammi Chaitanya Kampati Asoka Virajan Kema Edam Mangala Modamam Eda Disani Kadawana Sabata Maparajida Sabata Sutenga Chandi Dande Sam Mangala Modamam Mangala so down, nati down, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we are going to analyze what we are chanting. So, what is the meaning of the Pali word Mangala? What is really means? What does Mangala? What does really Mangala mean? In English translation, only a single word, but not enough. Not only English, but also in any other language. A single word is to translation in a single word, not enough to realize. According to Pali commentary, we can see, you can see yourself whenever you read about the Pali's original Pali Indo-European language, and the meaning of, and the explaining of meaning, which is called Atthakatha, Attangate Didi Atthakatha, and also sub-commentary. There's a way more. commentaries, commentary of commentaries, or commentary on commentaries. Now, what I'm going to explain is about the word Mangala. According to commentary, the commentators say that Mangalanti. Some of you already know that, right? A.D. Karana, Wodi Karana, Sabha Sampati Karana. It is described by in three ways in the commentaries. The commentators say that A.D. Karana, the two words, combination word, A.D. and Karana. A.D. means Sasafua, Sasafunas. Karana means cause. Now you start to see the cause. It's very important. Whenever we use the word Pali, multiple points of view already. But we need to learn about little by little, taking a time. Karana means cause. So the causes that can lead to a successful life. To become a successful person. This Mangala Sutta. Mangala means what we are chanting, what we are reading, what we are knowing. Blessings in English translation, a single word not enough. We need to know thoroughly in accordance with the Buddha's teachings, Tathagata and Dika. Commentary, subcommentary, according to commentaries, subcommentaries. It's very important. Adhikaranam. The first one, Adhikaranam, the causes that can lead to a successful life, to become a successful person. And the second one, Vodikaranam. Vodi means to grow. The causes that can make a person to grow. To become a successful person. And the last one, Sappa Sampati Karana. Sappa means all, everything. Sampati means a prosperity. A combination word in Pali and Sanskrit the same. The causes that can make you feel that you have everything you want. To have everything you want. You like it? To have everything you want. Sappa Sampati Sarakansa Mangala. I hope everybody like it. To realize, actually, to realize the meaning of this Mangala, the word Mangala, and to gain benefit of it. Our responsibility is just to have 4 more chanting and practice. Not only chanting, but also practice simultaneously. I believe that we can make our world more beautiful, by means of using this sutta. In America, since 2009, Buddhism and global climate change, by means of using only this sutta, the big sutta. There are a lot of things pretty much beneficial about in our lives, inside or outside, in our world or our world. So our responsibility is just to have for more chanting. Chanting in this country, needless to say, already everywhere. But practice. We need to go into practice in detail, thoroughly. Deeply. Mangala. So we should have for more chanting and practicing the blessings, which number 38, that are the cause of happiness. Now you can look at the translation. The first stanza, page number 10. To have for more chanting and practicing. Man together with the deities, 25 for 12 years. What blessing was? How long? 12 years at the lifetime of Buddha, or before explanation of it by the Buddha. 12 years. What blessing was? But they could not find out the blessings, which number 38, that are the cause of happiness. Real blessings, real mangala. Regarding this point, I noticed that in India, who is it? The king. Yeah, Buddhist historical, Ashoka. Ashoka said that. Nobody thinks that what they are doing is not good. Think about it. Think about it. Ashoka said that. Is that right? Is that right? Nobody thinks that what they do is not good. Blessings. What is blessing? Blessing, anywhere blessings. And also, everybody needs blessings. Happiness, real happiness. Everybody needs. But what is it? What we need? What we really need? What kind of blessings? From the Buddhist perspective, with the ordinary waking state of consciousness, we tend to be particularly unaware that we are thinking virtually all the time. And then we wrongly identify. We wrongly identify with it as me or mine. And we take them to be my or me. Grasp at, to hold on to. And become tied up by them. It is this sort of sense of self that we can call a self-atta, or in Sanskrit, Atma, right? Atma, Atta. self, soul, ego-ness. It's very important to deal with human problems in our present-day life by means of using, understanding this sutta, this mangala, what is really pleasant, what we need. What is real happiness? Before giving its instruction, explanation about the word mangala for the people, they're trying to find out for 12 years. It's not easy to get it, to gain real happiness. And the second one, but they could not find out the blossoms, which number 38, that are the cause of happiness. Actually, 38 kinds of happiness. That is an enumeration. But according to practical way, pretty much beneficial, we cannot count. We cannot say, we cannot describe it as a word. The energy. Any sutta, whenever we learn about, it has already energy. The Buddha said that, how do you say, kanda, ayana, thadu, sacha, including this word. We need to study little by little, one by one, taking a time. So multiple points of view in the Pitakas. And then when we know multiple points of view about the Buddha's teaching, we can make what we know in our present as pretty much beneficial, not only for oneself, but everyone around the world. Not only living things, for living things, living world, but also non-living things like climate change, ecology, the natural process of a psychophysical organism. In the Western education, what we're talking about everything, any kinds of religious dharma, any kinds of the natural quality, including the science of general subjects. And we have to make it category one after another to make it clear, to have clear comprehension. So here actually what everyone needs, blessing is 38 kinds of blessings given by the Buddha. And the second one is just announcements. Oh, good people, we should recite those blessings, not only recite, but also practicing, not enough to translate, or actually any language, a single word, not only Pali, but also any language. A single word is not enough. Not only recite, not only chant them, but also practice. So we should recite those blossoms which were taught and recite and practice. We should recite and practice those blossoms which were taught by the deity or the deities, the Buddha, for the benefit of all beings, and which destroy all evil. How nice. Meaningful. Energy, a lot of energy we got when we learn about this Sutta, Mangala. The deity or the deities, we need to know. In the world where we live in, especially in the West, they respect to God. Here, including God, the deity of the deities, including God. Just different usage, different language. God. Whenever I get in trouble, I'm always asked by Christian people, Bande, do you believe in God? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Think about it. In America here, so many Canadians, so respectful, mutual respecting in our war. Europe, America. Some ladies are like sit in the Buddhists, but they are not Buddhists. But they're knowledgeable. People are knowledgeable. Freely discuss by means of mutual respecting. Like this Mangala Sutta. Bande, do you believe in God? Yeah, that's really amazing. The good question. But actually say that. That question should be second point. It should not be first point. Because we should have a chance to investigate God. What does mean God? And where can I see? Where can I pay respect to Him? Where? Where? I really interested God. Actually, just different name. Brahma. What the Indian language you already know that. In Hindi, Brahma. In Indian tradition, Indian tradition, Hindu. Swami Vivekananda, the famous one, right? I heard a bit. He gains jhana in Hindu way, the same Indian jhana. Swami Vivekananda in America or Canada, that's good. He's doing good. He has been doing good up to now. Whenever I get in, especially Los Angeles, California. Whenever I go to that chapel, everyone needs to do meditation for an hour. The deity of the deities you see now, right? Desidantewa, Devena. In Pali, the word Deva, including Brahma, God. We need to appreciate that God, the same, but different understand. Different how to approach a study or teaching. That's it. We should cooperate. Including guardian angels. Yesterday I noticed that somebody Canadian. Guardian angel, really? Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good question. Really. How can we know? How can we see? Guardian angel, how can we see? Yeah, it depends on accumulating wholesome unification of consciousness. You can see, you can contact each other by yourself, clearly. Without accumulating some unification of consciousness, we cannot see. Is that weird? In the Abhidhamma, I already know 7 kinds of treaties in Abhidhamma, Vibhanga, analysis of teaching, and Dhammahariya. There are 18 chapters on that subject. The last chapter is Dhammahariya, the heart of Dhamma. A psycho-cosmic life, a psycho-cosmic topography of Buddhist universe. So I'm really interested what they believe in the Western arts. God, I really appreciate that. Because it is Buddhist universe. We are together. But just different understand about the God according to pedagogical techniques of education, teaching. That's it. Really means a lot of pedagogical techniques. In Pali, Indian, study long time ago. It's very nice. Indian educations, including President Nehru, right? Yeah, Prime Minister Nehru. Because of Pali is Indo-European language, that's why they know where Indian people, including kids. And also historical background. So whenever we say about some word, some Pali word, so meaning is a lot. We need to get into fullness of it. Taking a time. We should read about commentary, sub-commentary, commentary on commentaries, Atthakatha Dika. Dika is more explanation about Atthakatha. Again, time and time again. So whenever we learn about the Buddhist teachings, pedagogical techniques, education is very important. In Western education, as they use it. They know where, because the Pali Indo-European language, whenever they see Buddhist monk, they say Pali word. Bhavatu Sapa Mangalam Bande, Kamaniyam Bande. Especially Pali is so easier for those who can speak well English. Grammatical rules almost the same. Declensions, conjugations, what's the same? Here, desi and tewa tewena, the word, Pali, desi and tewena, tewa tewena, a kind of passive voice. But many meanings. Tewa, what does mean tewa? Where is it, tewa? How can we see? Where are they? Including closely where? Guardian angels. And also in time, kingdom. Thailand is kingdoms. Maharaja. There is already Maharaja. Maharaja is Samudi Thewa. Also Thewa, including Thewa. We should respect, we should appreciate. Not only in Thailand, many countries, in Europe, many countries, constitutional monarchy, kingdom. They are kind of Thewa. Samudi Thewa. So we should appreciate, we should respect. Universal cultures, Buddhist culture, universal cultures. The deity of the deities, including around the world. The same, we have respectation to the gods. So whenever they ask me, I usually say that question, one day, do you believe in God? That question should be second point, not first point. The first point is we should have a chance to investigate what we are talking about, what we are knowing, what we are learning about. So Thewa, including Thewa, Brahma. So in Buddhist way, how many kinds of heavens? 26, right? 26. Brahma 20, God. In English, Brahma 20. Significant Sutta, Brahma Jala Sutta. Brahma Jala Sutta, the net of God or deities. The Buddha's already explained. That's why we can appreciate any time God. So about Tewada, including Maharaja, Samudi Thewa. And closely including guardian angels based on wholesome state that we are doing, that we usually do. And also, we need to appreciate ourselves. Whatever we do good. Thewa. Different levels. The spiritual higher levels or chana, you can contact each other. Tewada, Brahma. And also, the good deities always take care of you, wherever you are, wherever you go. It depends. It is like a torchlight. ภาษาไทยไหมไฟฉาย torchlight. Torchlight, two parts are working, battery power and headlight. It depends on battery power. The light dim or strong. Dim light or strong light. It depends on battery power. Firstly, you should have battery power. This is how can we know about our neighborhood, which is called Thewa War, Brahma War, deities. It depends on samadhi power. Strong concentration, jhana. It's not samadhi power. That's why the Buddha usually say that. Samadhi bhikkhave bhavethana. Samadhi do yatha buddha pajanandi. Buddha mi samadhi, Buddha hentan kwampinchan, right? We can see it. The more we have strong concentration, the more we see clearly what's happening in the mind and body is really is not only inside but also outside our neighborhood. About Tevada deities. Kalyana mit, Kalyana mita. The best friend. Samane. Angels or deities, Kalyana mita, the best friend. Who appreciate as always guardian angels. They always appreciate for our doing good and take care of us wherever we go, wherever we are. Just different untrained mind and well-trained mind. Think about it. Untrained mind is not clear. Untrained mind is quite often reactions. Clinging to what is pleasant and condemning to what is unpleasant. Pulling, grasping what is like, and pushing away what is dislike. That is the nature of untrained mind. So, and we are in the untrained mind. We cannot see, we cannot contact Samatevada. What is it? We just talk about it. We cannot really understand about it. So that's when the Mangala means the causes that can make you feel, or that can make us fear. That you have everything you want. You have everything you want. This is Sapai and Takada commentators. We cannot understand without going to practical way. The experiential emphasis. Without having an experiential emphasis, we cannot understand this meaning of it. Sabba Sampadi Saragan. The causes that can make us feel that we have everything you want. Whenever we want to see Tamatiyota, where's God? Actually, really, there is God. Brahma 20, God 20. And Tevada, angels, deities, 626 in Buddhist way, Buddhist universe. A human world, one human world, 27. And the lower world, woeful states, 4. So totally 31 planes in Buddhist universe. So we need to appreciate whenever we learn about not only Mangala Sutta, but also any other suttas. Appreciate. And also deeply how to know deeper and deeper what we're learning. We should have the experiential emphasis on the human effort, on our own capacity to liberate ourselves. It's a Mangala. In accordance with the meaning of it by the commentators, commentary. Without the explanation emphasis, we cannot know what they said. What really? No way, something like that. This is a kind of untrained mind. The ordinary waking state of consciousness. The problem is the ordinary waking state of consciousness can make us confusion. Whatever we learn about, make us confusion. Because of, in our present day life, according to Buddha's teaching, especially Paticcasamuppada, including this one, but the high levels, high steps. But actually, dhammas are integral unities happening together. Taking energy. Vinaya, Sutta, Abhidhamma, just different classification, but energy, integral unity. We cannot make it separate out. That naturally happens. Dynamic counterpart of depersonalization process. That's nothing to do with anyone, and that's almighty power. The natural process of a psychophysical organism, the universality of materiality and mentality. What I mean is, when we really understand about the word we are talking about, Tevada, we should get into the fullness of each moment we are alive. In the actual practice. Not superficially, nothing superficially. What the Buddha taught. Deeper and deeper. In Bali, Opa Neiko. Opa. Bali Opa Neiko. Opa Neiko. The qualities of Dhamma. In this country, even a kid, they know where. Fluently. Sakado Bhagavata Dhammo, Santitiko, Akaliko, Pasiko, Opaneigo. Opaneigo. How do you understand? In translate, a single word not enough. We don't understand. We don't understand. But according to the actual practice, so clear, it is leading inwards deeper and deeper. When you pay attention on the breath, the mindfulness is getting into under the skin. And you can see blood. This is according to the actual practice, the experiential emphasis, to understand about the word, the Pali word. Everybody ready to appreciate our neighborhood or ourselves, but different understand, different approach is study your teacher. Oh, Bande, you believe in God? Oh, really amazing. I really appreciate all the time. But different understand about it. We need to share knowledge of what we are really appreciating. God or angels or deities. Samadevata, Kalyana Mita, best friend. According to this Mangala Sutta, we should have this blessings, life's highest blessing. Chanting and practicing. Practice means just use our own knowledge, use our own heart. Cosmic library, you know cosmic library? Cosmic library, you know? Actually, you already know that, but different usage. You already know that. What is it? Amma. Your heart, our heart is cosmic library. You can see anytime ups and downs in your heart. It's one's own way in one's own life. That's your universe. That's why any language not only enough to realize about ourselves, what we are. And we need to learn about Paramatta Satya, the ultimate realities, the final information of us or about what we are. In Buddha's teachings, this point is unique study. In Mangala Sutta's Big Sutta, many things to explain according to levels, according to practical, perspective. The experiential emphasis. I feel that when I was younger, we have to kid. We have to learn about when we were younger days. Because of, what I mean is because of pedagogical technique is different. We don't understand. Mostly Buddhist kids, children, they can chant, memorizing. But so difficult to understand about the Pali word. Why? Because of pedagogical techniques of education. Teaching and training simultaneously happen, naturally happens. But our responsibility is just to have formal meditation practice or formal doing good, doing well. Any kinds of posture. Even in process of speaking, discussing Dhamma each other, one another. The Buddha said that what? Be aware. Without awareness, mental defilements come fast. So here, in this classroom, mostly already know about Mangala Sutta, simply, right? But meaning is deeper and deeper, including me. I'm not yet done. Big Sutta to read about it. And to translate, I'm trying to translate by myself. How to explain, and then what does it really mean? And an English wise man, according to science of language, they say that all Buddhists task is so difficult to translate, not only in English, but also any other language. What does it really means? They say that they're wise men in the world. How can we learn about? How long can we learn about Mangala Sutta? I can say that as long as we are alive. Because the qualities, tremendous change. You can see that in the duration of the course. You can see that. Energy, universal. Multiple points of view you can approach the study of this sutta by means of using multiple points of view. That's why I usually say that I love people. People are precious. And I believe that people can make a peaceful world through science to conquer nature. In Western discussion, in America, Europe, about the Buddha's teaching, monthly. The name of topic, take it. Name of Buddhism and Death, Buddhism and Mangala Sutta, Mangala. Read yourself. And the next time, when we meet again, present what you know about Mangala Sutta in accordance with the Buddha's teaching. How nice. Not only chanting, not only reading, not only learning, practical way, brainstorming. So you remember before studying the class, the 5 steps of contemplation? In America, in Europe, they take the way to the Buddha's teachings in accordance with the original way. Not superficially. Going too deeper and deeper. Leading into, that naturally happens. Leading into deeper and deeper. In this area, how nice, good people, make a good twine. Accumulating with some unification of consciousness. Serenity meditation. It is realized by oneself, not realized by hearsay. In our present day life here, in this area, Anton International Meditation Center. Because of Buddha's way, practical way. Not only in this Mangala Sutta, any sutta has a lot of energies, but it should be right, it should be correct. It should be learned about this in a correct way. Theoretical and practical or ontological angles or epistemological perspective. That's according to in Western psychological terms. Ontological means Yatha Buddha perspective. Where's God? Yeah, I'm really interested. That's Yatha Buddha. Yatha Buddha. Where's really there? the God? Where's? That's why I usually say that it should be second point, not first point. First point, we should have a chance to investigate where's God. Yeah, we appreciate. That is ontological angle. And epistemological perspectives use our own knowledge, our own wisdom. Not only knowing, in Pali way, you already know that, Amma, you already know that the book, name of book here, knowing and seeing? And yes, that is epistemology, a kind of epistemology. Wisdom that we need, wisdom that knowing and seeing. Not only knowing, which is also seeing. Scientifically, clearly like this, face to face. What is reality? What we are. About what we are or ourselves or others. When you have this point, ontological perspective and ontological perspective, knowing and seeing, in Pali, jnana dasana. You can see that whatever you see is always one. Always one. One is none. None is the universality of materiality and mentalities, a mere aggregation of energy, physical energy and spiritual energy. You see, where's guardian angels? Yeah, guardian angels here, a mere aggregation of energy, physical and spiritual energy. But it depends on battery power, which is samadhi power, concentration power. When you have strong concentration, you can get it. You can get what I mean. Actually, according to enumerations, 3 kinds of blossoms, actually, energy is taken together. Taken together, simultaneously. The integral unity, Mangala, the causes that can make us feel that we have everything we want. And Buddhist aim is Mahayana or Theravada, southern school or northern schools, we have business the same basic aim, final liberation, Nibbana, including this Sutta already. Enumeration is just enumeration concept. But energy is all the time taken together. That's why the Buddha's teachings were not complete with any beliefs, any traditions, or any religious, or for that matter, scientific. The time process, past, present, and future. Like a water in that river, fluxing in that river, right? Always change, never the same from one moment to the next. And also, now we are talking about the blossoms of the word Mangala in Pali. Energy like blossom, taking energy simultaneously. You have already blessings because you are doing good. Now discussing Dharma already. Enumeration is just concept. What I mean is real energy, real happiness. That's why I love any questions. In America, I usually say, I really appreciate that. Because question makes us to open up new possibilities, the richness. In Buddhism, the famous one, Chula Kama Vipanga, Mahagama Vipanga, including the Mangala Sutta. The qualities included in Mangala Sutta, that is significant. The analysis of karma, the basic and advanced levels. Basic level and primary level and advanced levels. Chula Kamas, Vipanga, Mahagama Vipanga. So the topic is Mangala Sutta, but energy is all of it. Dhamma Vinaya integral unity here, Mangala Sutta. That's why in America, especially a university, state university, or other private university, discuss how to make our world more beautiful in accordance with the Buddha's teaching. We're going on and improving to open up new possibilities. Not only America, the one group is the same group, right? And the ladies are Mahayana ladies, but taking the way to Theravada. International Pitaka champion. Now 10 years. And also translation, a lot of language. I feel that learning about one suttas, taking a time, by means of using multiple points of view, not only translation, grammatical way. In our present day life, how to make it beneficial. Mangala Sutta. Disidan Deva Divina Sababa Winasanan. The blessings which were taught by the deity of the deities, by the Buddha, for the benefit of all beings. How to gain benefit? How to gain benefit? I always thinking about how to gain benefit. As the task set. And also, which destroy all evil. How is this destroying all evil? How evil can be destroyed by means of using Mangala Sutta? This is an ontological perspective, I mean, as part of epistemological perspective. Really amazing. Really important. One of the lady, my friend, we met in Chiang Mai International Meditation Center. He told me, Jen, you believe in God? Yeah. What about you? Yeah, God. And I go, where is the God? In the heart? How to see it? How to know it? No answer. I have a question about it. How do you understand about the God? Creator? Yeah, creator. So, who create? You create God or God create you? That question is stuck. She's stuck. And then she cannot sleep all through night about that question. And so I give advice to read about Jesus Christ, written by Russian author. You know? Nikola Nukovich. who create. We appreciate people qualities. I love people. But without question, think about it. We cannot open that new possibilities, the richness. Here you can see the starting point of Mangala Sutta. Yamangala Dwadasai. Man together with deities trying to find out for 12 years to open that new possibilities, but nobody explain. They cannot get it, what they want. Think about it. And because of their question, the Buddha explained, come, welcome. The Buddha's investigation was so appreciated, always appreciated. Buddhists or non-Buddhists, or people, the same. How nice. And also I will explain the word of Buddha. Everybody knows that, but mostly without explaining, how can we know it? The word Buddha is a that is a traditional superstition, blockage. Buddha. Buddha, they just think about it as a personal, right? Not personal name. Not personal name, Buddha. The status name. The word Buddha is not family name, just the status name. Quality of knowledge. That's why in Pali language we need to explain it. We need to share our knowledge of Dhamma, especially about the Pali, how to explain, how to translate according to context. Okay, now somebody have question. Yeah.
Here you said we recite and practice.
Yeah.
Means the practice, the meaning of practice is included. Is it Panama? Panama, you know you Pali, Panama. There's a word.
Yeah. So Banama is that's why. That's a good point. I really appreciate that. That's a good point.
This story only will benefit beings, my opinion.
Ka.
Is it like
Banama, the word.
for the benefit of beings? And
Yeah, for benefits of beings. Yeah.
maybe, in my opinion, like avoid akusala karma, to cultivate kusala karma.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's the next level. First is we should know what is wholesome, what is unwholesome, right? Firstly, we should know. That's the second point. The next point, what you mean is, right? Yeah, was to. But it doesn't matter. Freely. We are universal siblings. Dhamma power. We within us already. Eh? Within us, we are universal siblings. Freely. So any question freely? Yeah, that's a good point. That is the synopsis of Buddha's teachings. Not to do any evil, to cultivate marriage. That is the second point. The first point is that we should know, what is wholesome, what is unwholesome? What is kusala, what is ankusala, right? So Mangala already know that. The commentator say that. The causes that can make us, that can lead to a successful life. What kind of way? Bad or good? That's why what we know is what kind of knowing. We need to clarify ourselves. Right? And how we gain wholesome state. Firstly, the cause. We will say, mostly here, Buddhism already know that, or yogi maybe know that. Lakkhana Dichitoka, you know that? The fourfold defining devices, characteristics, any kinds of energy, any kinds of elements or materiality or mentality, there is already four factors, characteristics, the characteristics of each element and its functions and its manifestation clearly, like face to face, like see face to face, not only knowing but also seeing simultaneously in every single moment, including even in the process of seeing visible color simultaneously, like a lab language, science of metaphysics, science of quantum mechanics, but not enough quantum mechanics is just superficially, because they find out with physical eyes, no, not mental eyes. Not what I mean is not because of concentration, serenity, power, just physical eyes, but just conducive to realize, approach the teachings of the Buddha, quantum mechanics. So, whenever characteristics, any kinds of elements, it has characteristics. Their characteristics means they are salient quality. And the second one is their function and manifestation clearly sees, like a face to face. And the Nahuatl wisdom, that springs from meditation, inside meditation, or serenity meditation, inside meditation. In Bali, jhana otahidawa, jhana karungadwa pachavakadis. After mental absorption, you can take it this point. The energy or elements, just already, that has nothing to do with anyone. That's almighty power. Think about it. So the lady, Brazilian lady, she cannot sleep well all through night about that question. Unknown Life of Jesus Christ, written by Nikola Nukovich in Russian author. This scientifically. And also not only Russian author, but also American professor. I on the tip of my tongue, his name, I not forgot it. Scientifically. Where is Creator? God, okay, just different. Understand? Because I'm familiar with the Christian community. I usually go to teach about this way. Visuddhimagga, path of purifications in Paodoya. Hotel University in the United States, in the New York State. So we as universal siblings, we universal families, so freely discussion one another by mutual respect. Any question, please, about this point, Mangala Sutta, or about Mangala, the word Mangala? Any question? Prabhyana? Name Prabhyana? Any question? About the fourfold defining device, Lakana characteristic, right? Initial elements, it has their salient qualities characteristic. Their salient quality is characteristic. And it's the second one, function. Their function, They're honestly describing us. To come and see, investigate what's happening in the mind and body as it really is. Clearly, you see, moving my hand. Actually, not my hand. Moving is what kind of element? Air element. Think about it. Whenever you see the inhalation and exhalation, you can see the motion, right? Moving our bit. That's the air element. Where's man? Where's women? Where's God? Think about it. But the God is the name. But we should appreciate that. But scientifically, technically, systematically, canonically, where's? So we are learning about ultimate realities. Now you're familiar with it, right? We are not familiar with it. But we are going to be more in touch with the fullness of each moment we are alive, with the fullness of your being through a systematic process of self-absorption, self-responsibility. Think about it. Long time ago, we are being a monk or being a man or being a mankind. But when we start to focus on it, to pay attention, to appreciate our breathing, our breathing, think about it. That's why we need to make a good try to be more in touch with the fullness of each moment, especially ultimate, which is called the ultimate reality. You already know compassionate reality. You already know. Everybody know. Even a kid, because of their mother tongue, their mother language, already know that is compassionate reality. Compassionate reality is just different. Ultimate reality. What's different? Compassionate reality and ultimate reality. Just different. Conventional religion there is no their salient quality, just mentally constructed, mental construction. Yeah, exactly. Panyati. Panyati wara disana, suttanta disana. Yeah, that's a good point. Here, we say water. In English, as in Thai language, nam. That is samosaja. Just mentally constructed. It has no their salient quality. But we don't drink water. Oh, I need some. Nobody say. I need H2O. Nobody say. Oh, I need some water. Samudhisaja. But together, happening together, energy. So learning about languages, any language, what I told you already in our words now is there are 20,000 languages. Any language is a panyati, a simple concept, mental construction. In Pali, parikapana. Pali, parikapana. This is some more such a. So, ultimate reality is H2O. If we see H2O, we need to go inside the lab room. So, study is according to conventional qualities, conventional realities, panyati, samudhisajas. Now, what we are talking about is samudhisa. But together, a deeper or meaning, the meaning of what we are saying, got into paramata saja. H2O element. We cannot see with the physical eye. And also, we cannot see moving air element, the characteristic of air element. We cannot see the physical eye, actually. Yeah, you can see the nature of moving, the state of moving. Yeah, you can see it. But actually, not really knowledge, not a knowing seeing. But the wisdom we need is, according to Buddhist perspective, Gnanobhasha, knowing and also seeing. Not only knowing, but also seeing simultaneously. Of course I am, but will you say, you got it, all of it? 4 kinds of, for the Chinese words? Yeah, no. What I mean is, lakkhana dijitoga, characteristic, function, manifestation. Manifestation is naturally happens in the natural wisdom, in the duration of meditation power. You need to check out your update awareness. That's it, right? So keep going on. How nice. And ultimate reality, you can see it according to explained by the commentary. And the next, who next? Any question? Ajahn, where you from? Huh? Oh, Laos. Any question? Multiple points of view. The only single point, multiple points of view. Scientifically, technically, systematically, canonically, now imaginary, without anything imaginary. So what we are talking about, what we are learning about, especially what the Buddha taught. I hear nobody question, right? So I'm keep going also a little bit more about the Buddha. The word Buddha, so nobody, mostly people don't know the word Buddha. They just know personal name, no personal name. The word Bud, the root. Pali language is the root language in Indian. Indian people already know that. In Sanskrit, especially Sanskrit, they will say that Pali word or Sanskrit word has 100% the root, especially primary vowels. Any word. So we can understand the Pali word, the root language. Pali language, the root one language. It's already original point. So what does it mean? So what is it implying? Whenever we say that according to Buddhist perspective, whenever we say, oh, we are doing good, but it's to say, physically good, verbally good, or mentally good. Or you already know that verbally good, how many verbally good? How many? 4, right? So we never take the way to false speech, backbiting, harsh speech, or idle chatter, something like that. This is right speech. So the Buddha, the word Buddha, Bud, the root Bud. Bud means knowing and seeing. And Buddha and Ta, in Pasa Thai, Ta Pachai, Ta Pachaya, Ta. The word Ta in English suffix, the root and suffix plus combination words in Pali word, and also in Sanskrit word the same. Ta means already, especially one who has weakened. So past participle in English. Ta pachai, ta pachaya. So the Buddha's its meaning is the enlightened one, the awakened one. Not a personal name, not a clan name, not family name. Think about it. So the Buddha has awakened to his own deepest nature. Through the practice of mindfulness of breathing, sitting under the Bodhi tree. Most of you, and what is now India, most of you have been there. And some of you are from original India. Already know that. What is a real liberation, real happiness, real blessing? Life's blessings gained by one's own effort. One's own effort. It is one's own way in one's own life. How nice. Wherever we are, we have a lot of find a lot of liberation, free from the defilements, especially the defilements, kilesa. This is free from. That is real happiness. The state of freedom from attachment, good or bad. In Mangala meanings, widely meaning. In any Pali word, we cannot translate it in only English word. Though we have to understand about the word Pali whenever we talk about it, according to context. Multiple points of view, different meanings, different level, spiritual level, different energy. Now you are doing meditations or samatha or serenity or all the greater satisfaction, greater clarity, and more, because of different levels, spiritual levels. And Pratama, the first point of mental absorptions, the second point, or the third point, the fourth point. And now we can go into the fullness of insight, meditation. How nice. To the practice of systematic process of. It's a way to take charge of the direction, the quality of our own lives. That is real happiness. That is a mangala. That everyone needs. So we need to appreciate any kinds of language, any kinds of belief. Any kinds of belief. We need to share knowledge of how to deal with any problems of our human world or present-day lives by means of using the Buddha's teachings, what the Buddha taught. What the Buddha taught is, you think about it, the word Buddha is one who has, the awakened one who has awakened to his own deepest nature. By means of using mindfulness of breathing. That's why this is the only way to reach real happiness. No other ways. No other ways. This is for all ages, for all diversities. In America, even at least 7 years old, I'm giving instruction about doing meditation in Christian communities, thousands of acres, making summer camps. And the kids, maybe 88, almost 90%. And in the elder ones are almost 60%. People are so lovely because they are always, wherever I am, always so curious. You know what they said? The kids, every day, Monday, what will you teach me? What will you teach me today? How nice. This is the cause of opening up new possibilities. The kids. So that's when the Buddha said that. Half love people. Half love people, the Buddha said that. And to share, to give guidelines in a proper way. This Mangala Sutta already granted, give you guarantees. The causes that leads to a successful life to become a successful person. The causes that can make us feel that we have everything we want. Already granted give us. We just need to appreciate it by means of using chanting and practices both the way. Not only chanting, think about it. I always thinking about meaning to what I'm knowing, what I'm chanting, what I'm doing, who you are. I'm always asked by myself, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? What's the inner point? The inner point in my life. And also, the answer is already. The answer is already. Because of the way to practice. For the Buddhist monk, you already know that, right? How many vocations? Somebody. And how many vocations in Buddhist monk for the Buddhist monk in their present-day life? 2 vocations. Ganta Dura, Vipassana Dura. So, learning and practice, study and practice. Now you are learning and this is your original job, original vocations. Not only for you, but also for universe, for your environment, in our world, for ages, for diversities. To open a new possibilities, the richness. Any question? I really appreciate that. This is my new experience. This classroom. Actually, now I have not prepared about teaching this Sutta. Another Sutta, it was mine. Tamabada, it was mine. Tamabada. But when I arrived, after I arrived here, I thought it's Mangala Sutta, only 1 month, right? The big Sutta, Monday big Sutta. You know, it's just a single by a single word, or to explain many things to explain. And we cannot describe it as a word about pretty much beneficial. Including even the process of talking about right now. Because it depends on concentration power. The purity of mind, the purity of morality, moral purity, the training in higher purity, moral purity, the training in higher concentration, the training in higher wisdom, knowledge is also serious. All of these is a foundation for the next. It's a foundation for the next. Dynamic counterpart of depersonalization process that has nothing to do with men or women and other almighty power. It's a mere aggregation of energy. So very profound. But we can gain. It depends on this is the experiential emphasis on the human effort, on our own capacity to liberate ourselves. I usually say that open-mindedly, especially for the non-Buddhist. To practice the awareness of breathing, no need to become a Buddhist, because it has nothing to do with the Buddhism per se. Now, whether becoming a Buddhist, that's universal. Think about it. The most important point is oneself, ourselves. The most important point is ourselves. Think about it. So in America, my experience for all ages, for all diversities, Buddhist or non-Buddhist, Islam or we are France, we are universal families. Almost time's up. Okay. Idame Bonyam Asawakeya Waha Hodu Idame Bonyam Nibbanasa Pachayo Hodu Mama Bonya Bhagam Sabhasadana Bhajimi Desabe Mesamang Bonya Bhagam Labandu. Oh happy ones, oh happy ones, and all beings rejoice at the merit done by yes, and say sadhu 3 times along with us. Oh, thank you so much for your given time. I really appreciate that. Oh, what's your name? Huh? Kanta Saro. Oh, Kanta. Oh, Kanta. G, right? G. K. G. Ganta. Huh? Yeah, Ganta. A do, right? Do, go, Ganta. Mm. Oh, where did you get ordained? Where did you enter ordain? Where? All this country, right? Chennai. Oh, yeah. Teach me Russian speaking. My friend, so many the knowledgeable ones. Layman in Chennai, Russian guy. So funny. He's so knowledgeable. Read a lot. I love it. My friend. His name is Mike. Oh, what part of Russia? Moscow? No, Moscow. 500 kilometers. Yeah, I'm interested because I love the castles, museum, but I never been there, Russia. Only eastern part of Europe. I never been there. Just France or Germany or Denmark or something. Maybe Finland, next to Finland, right? Russia, next to Finland. Huh? Yeah, border. You can make a question if you need, okay? When you have some question, you can make it ready. You can take a note, okay? You can take it down. Put it down about your questions. Any question? It's good. Thank you so much for your question. They're really amazing, really important. Yeah, that's the second point. Yeah, not only mental state, but also chittacha rupa, but also mentality. So 2 kinds of energy. Yeah, yes. In Bali way, sahajata pachai, you know, patana, hedu pachayo, aramana pachayo, any sahajata pachayo, yeah, together. It's happening together, simultaneously, yeah, with the object. So really amazing, huh? Recite practice. Yeah, that's a good point. Some suttas are both chanting and practice. Some are only chanting. Like a Ratana Sutta, no need to practice. Just describing of honoring about, appreciating about the triple gems, right? The triple gems. No need to practice, right? That Ratana Sutta only chanting. Only appreciate for chanting. Yeah, Metta Bhavana, both of it. Practice and chanting. Thank you so much. What about you? Sumedo, you have a lot of questions in Indian. Indian historical background, really amazing, interesting. Historical. What about you? You have a question? You are familiar with Christianity, right? Many years, yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, we are universal civilians. I just open-minded. I just feel that wherever I am, We are always welcome, right? The Buddhist monks universal, not only for Buddhists. All right, time. Okay, I really appreciate that.